Tochigi Prefecture had a simple idea. Tourism? Great. Rich tourism? Better. Before the really important questions were asked, do we actually need a luxury tour? Is it worth the time and effort to make a luxury tour? A luxury tour was created. Not just any luxury tour, a $25,000 per person luxury tour. This luxury tour could be called excessively expensive, but I'll describe it for what it is, and that is the most expensive inbound tourism blunder of 2024. So far anyway. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Located 74 miles from Tokyo, Tochigi Prefecture is famous for many things. It's got the Tochigi Shrine. It's got gyoza. There's some lakes there. It has it has Shinobi World. Oh my gosh, Shinobi World is actually a great day out. Fun for the whole family, not sponsored. Me and my little brother, when he was here, we went up to Tochigi Prefecture just to go to Shinobi World, and honestly, it was kind of sick. Really fun, great live performances, the food was cool, it's got an adorable mascot, really accessible. If you've got a family and you're traveling on Japan and you don't want to spend a shit ton of money going to Disneyland, go to Shinobi World. Anyway. My point is, Tochigi Prefecture has a lot to offer. Does it have $25,000 per person a lot to offer? No, it's not the most attractive prefecture. I know what you're saying. Hey, Jordan, not the most attractive prefecture. I mean, come on, how can you say that with such confidence? How do you know that Tochigi Prefecture isn't the most attractive prefecture? I know this because every single year, there's a prefecture attractiveness competition. That's right. Every single year. Where do you think Tochigi Prefecture landed in the attractive prefecture ranking? Put your guesses in the comments below. I'll give you a few seconds to decide. Time's up, and the answer is 39th out of 47 prefectures. It's not the least attractive prefecture, it's not dead last, but it also is in the top 10, or the top 20, or even the top 30. So you understand where I'm coming from. It's not viewed as the most attractive prefecture to visit, as voted on by Japanese people. Just because I know people are gonna ask, I got the ranking up. Okinawa was 3rd place, 2nd place was Kyoto, and 1st place, of course, Hokkaido. Hokkaido is a powerhouse. They've been 1st place for the last 15 years. If you guys want me to do a deep dive on this attractiveness prefecture ranking, let me know in the comments down below. Honestly, it's a very fascinating list, and seeing how Japanese people rank their own prefectures is very interesting. But anyway, Tochigi, expensive trip, back to it. Tochigi's nice, but the tourism board seems to have greatly overestimated its international appeal, especially when it comes to like a luxury tourism going type of person. Let's talk about the tour. Starting off with a helicopter ride from Tokyo to Okuniko. Okuniko, an area northwest of Utsunomiya in Tochigi. It's basically like an area filled with like mountains, there are lakes up there. It's really nice for like forest bathing, city escape locations. Like generally it's a great place to go if you want to avoid the hustle and bustle of city life, you know? Travelers will be placed in the very same hotel that hosted the the G7 ministerial meeting on gender equality and women's empowerment in 2023. Yeah, that hotel. That's what you'll be staying. It's basically the Ritz-Carlton in Nikko. That's it. You're staying in the Ritz-Carlton, but it's in Nikko. Are you impressed? Are you having a great time yet? Okay, well, how about this? You'll also be served local delicacies. How about that? Are you impressed? Are you blown away by this 25,000 per person tour yet? I mean, if not, this will take it over the edge for you. Not only will you be served these local delicacies, you'll be served these local delicacies in the Embassy Villa Memorial Park of the Italian Embassy on Lake Chuzenji. Wow, that's it. That's your entire tour. Your tour is a helicopter ride, you stay in a nice hotel, you have like a personal guide or something, and they like show you around the area. But that's it, $25,000. Don't get me wrong, it's the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. You're gonna have a wonderful time in this hotel, you know. The hotel has an open air bath with a view of like Lake Chuzenji. There's a view of like Mount Nantai, which is like the famous mountain in the region. There are some dedicated guides in the hotel. They'll show you around like the beautiful sceneries of Okuniko. Like $10,000? $5,000 tour? Sure. $25,000 per person tour? And that's all we're doing. We're eating some food, we're going to stay in a nice hotel, and for some reason we're also riding a helicopter. That's it, that's the entire tour. Greed, probably. Tochigi is a really nice prefecture. It's a place I visited so many times living and working and studying in Japan. I think I once bunked off university to like go and eat gyoza in Tochigi. Tour is 2 nights and 3 days, and there's one part of the tour in particular that I know is making these costs skyrocket. The helicopter ride, of course. The helicopter ride is particularly egregious just because of how impractical it is to a luxury tour. The entire thing was advertised like, you're gonna be flying over the traffic, an easy trip to go to Nikko, don't have to worry about the hustle and bustle of the city. But the issue is, you still have to get to the helicopter pad, which means from your hotel to the helicopter pad, you're still dealing with the hustle and bustle of like the JR line or whatever. The express train that takes you from Tokyo to Nikko only takes 48 minutes. The helicopter takes 50. Also, the express train is only 5,000 yen. Let's pretend you don't want to take the express train. 5,000 yen, pretty expensive. I'm here on holiday. I want to take the scenic route. I want to take my time. You can take the local train. It only costs 2,000 yen. Just 2,000 yen. Now granted, it does take like 2 hours to get there if you take the local train, but it's 2,000 yen. It doesn't make sense that the helicopter part of this journey is advertised as escaping the hustle, flying over traffic. You're taking a train. What traffic? You won't be in any traffic. You jump on the train, you sit in your nice luxury reserved seat, and you just vibe your way to Nikko. It's so chill. There is no need for a helicopter to be wedged into this luxury tour. It's really easy to get there from Tokyo. It's really affordable. It's a fun place to visit. And because of this, residents of Japan and visitors alike all find themselves visiting Tochigi at one point or another. As I mentioned before, the tourism board didn't understand the meaning of luxury and seemed to equate expensive with luxury, which is the wrong way to go about forming, building, creating a luxury tour. Further problems arose with the time period that the tour was advertised in. Potential tour goers didn't actually have enough time to consider if they wanted to spend $25,000 on a single tour. That's because the tour was advertised to start in autumn of 2024. However, the selling period of this tour was October 2023 to December 2023. That gave tour goers, tour guides, tour planners just 3 months to book out one of the most expensive tours that Tochigi has ever had. It just wasn't enough time. If it wasn't obvious, this was the first and I would say hopefully only time Tochigi Prefecture tried to plan some kind of a luxury high-end tour. They wanted 50 participants for this tour. 60 different people, 60 different groups inquired about the tour, and in hearing the details of the tour, no one booked. In a panic, Tochigi Prefecture extended the selling date of this tour. It was meant to finish in December 2023, but they extended the sales period up until the end of January 2024. They even slashed the price. It went from 25,000 Digidollarinos to $19,000. What a bargain. What a bargain. What a saving. They hope this extended period and this huge discount will get some of those past inquiries to actually come back again and hopefully book a tour. But alas, no one booked a tour, and it was pulled from the metaphorical shelves. The only reason I can think that they decided to wedge like a helicopter into the luxury tour is because they sat down and thought, okay, luxury, that means expensive. What's the most expensive way to go from Tokyo to Nikko? Helicopter. The problem stems from the base of the tour. They've not understood what a luxury tour is. Luxury should mean like exclusivity. It should be like a cool guided tour where it's just you and one guide, or you and a friend and one guide, and they're showing you to like secret spots, hidden gems, taking you to like locations you can only access with like this particular guide's credentials. What they've done is they've gone luxury tour. Well, that means expensive. And what's the most expensive way to go from Tokyo to Tochigi? Helicopter. What's the most expensive accommodation in Tochigi? Oh, the Ritz-Carlton. Okay, they'll stay in the Ritz-Carlton. Why would travelers want to spend a ton of money to stay in a Western-style hotel that they can potentially stay in anywhere else in the world. Japan, especially the Japanese countryside, has a smorgasbord of beautiful ryokans. Amazing private institutions that, yes, some of these places can be very expensive, but this is a luxury tour. There are a lot of ryokans in the area, so why not make use of them? Let's put some of that money back into the local economy. Yes, the Ritz-Carlton is based in this location, but so are some amazing local ryokan. If I had $25,000 to spend on a tour and I'm coming all the way to Japan to spend it, why do I want to stay in a Western hotel like the Ritz-Carlton? Wouldn't you rather stay in like a ryokan, like a traditional Japanese hotel, like a traditional Japanese guest house? If you've come all the way to Japan, wouldn't you want to ride like a Japanese express train, a Shinkansen, a bullet train? Why do I want to ride a helicopter? What makes this helicopter special, stand out? What makes it Japanese? Nothing. It's just a helicopter. And that's my problem. They've not understood their target market. Their target market isn't coming to Japan because they think it's a great luxury place to spend money and go on luxury tours. They're coming to Japan to see Japan. They want to do Japanese things, experience Japanese culture. It appears that the only part of this tour that they got correct was the food. You know, enjoying local delicacies. My points are backed up from an official statement from the exchange division official. He commented that some expressed a preference for Japanese style accommodations rather than the Western style ones that they had chosen, which makes sense because basically 100% of travelers to Japan want to experience, surprise, surprise, Japan. Motohide Kimura, deputy manager in charge of inbound promotions, said, and I quote, "Okuniko was the focus of excitement at the G7 ministerial meeting in June 2011. We had no other options, so we had to choose Okuniko." Basically, everything that could have went wrong during this project. From the itinerary, to the pricing, to the advertising period, it was doomed to fail from the start. The idea itself isn't terrible. There are different types of travelers to Japan, and a lot of them want different tiers of trips. Some want low budget backpack style trips, and some want high-end luxury tours. But the problem is, if you're making a high-end luxury tour, it needs to be an actual high-end luxury tour and not just expensive for the sake of being expensive. Guys, what do you think of Tochigi's inbound tourism blunder? Would you pay $25,000 for a tour like this? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what video you guys want to see next. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.